Hey, and good afternoon. You are on the Ask a House Cleaner Show. I'm Angela Brown, and I'm here today with Trevor Steiner, and he is the owner of Pristine Clean Solutions. And I'm so excited that he's here today because he's going to tell us something that we have never talked about on this show before, and that is how to clean solar panels. Solar panels on the top of your roof. And you say, "What? I got to clean them?" Well, maybe you hire Trevor and he cleans them for you. But how do you clean them? It's a really good question. And I know now that I brought it up, you're probably wondering, how do you clean solar panels? So now today we have the expert himself to explain to us how you clean solar panels. Please help me welcome Trevor Steiner. How are you today?
Doing good, thank you.
All right. So cleaning solar panels. First of all, tell us what the heck is a solar panel? I've seen them on people's roofs, but what are they?
Well, they're basically electrical panels that generate electricity from the sun, and yeah, that's how that works.
So I've got neighbors and they have solar panels on their roof. And I know a lot about cleaning, but I do not know squat about cleaning solar panels.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lean on you to tell us first how you came into the cleaning of solar panels. And then I'll let you explain to us what the whole process is and why it's important to keep them clean and all the things. But how did you get started in cleaning solar panels?
So I was a mechanic for automotive technician for the last 12 years. It can be pretty hard on the body, and so just wanted to kind of change career paths. And to be honest, I'm not really sure exactly how I got into it. Just one thing kind of fell into another. I started out looking into like pressure washing, and then that led to solar panel cleaning. And turns out I really enjoy it. I enjoy getting up on people's roofs, and as long as I remember to take a minute every time I'm up there to enjoy the views, then that's all that really matters.
So here you are on a roof, and I'm curious to know, what are we looking at here?
They call it a rotary brush. There's a couple different manufacturers around the world. This one's a J. Racenstein rotary brush. They're made in Italy. So basically, how it works is it hooks up to a pressure washer. There's a transmission inside. For the pressurized water spins the brush,
Mhm.
and then you're left with the water that comes out is basically just to rinse the panels. There's different options when it comes to cleaning solar panels. There's water fed brushes like you might use for cleaning windows. Of course, the difference is with those, you have to put in some more elbow grease to get the job done. This one, you kind of just does the work for you, kind of just guide it back and forth. And then you can also get into like robots that you use a remote control to kind of drive them around on the solar panels. So there's a lot of different options, but so far I'm liking what this one's doing for me.
So you said it has a pressurized motor or something to it. Is
Um,
this like high pressure? Is this like a pressure washer, or is this more like it's just kind of a spinning brush?
yeah, so there's no pressurized water coming out. The pressurized water goes into the brush's transmission and
Uh-huh.
basically spins. It's like a reduced gear. It spins the gear, which in return spins the brush head.
So when you are using this brush, do you use the brush first? Do you hose it down first? Do you put soap on it first? Like, what is the process for doing something like this? And I'm guessing you got to have a ladder to get up on the people's roofs.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
carry your gear up with you on the ladder. Like, tell me how that works.
First, most important thing is setting up the ladder, making sure that's secure. I have different ladder braces, stabilizers, just to make sure it's not going to fall over, obviously. And then from there, the rotary brush is kind of on a telescoping pole. It can extend like 39 feet.
Oh,
So
wow.
basically, what I'll do is extend it up to the roof line, allow it to sit there, lean against the ladder. I'll get up there safely. And then from there, I can pull up the brush. That's
Mhm.
really all I take up there on, an average cleaning. Other than that, like my phone, take pictures, maybe a TDS meter just to test the water, make sure it's good there, nice and pure. And then, yeah, as far as starting the cleaning, I don't rinse them down first. I just go at it. As soon as you turn the valve on, water starts coming out of the brush. If they're pretty dirty, I'll use some soap. It's from a company that makes a line of chemicals for solar panels.
Mhm.
So, yeah, otherwise, if they're not too bad, I'll just use just water.
And so you said some soap if necessary. How do you determine if necessary?
If they haven't been cleaned in a while, I'll typically ask the customer first, but once I get up there and I see, hey, they're pretty dirty, then usually I'll use like a foam cannon to kind of spray, give them a light mist of some soap, and then go from there. If there's a lot of bird droppings or smog residue, things like that, that's another indicator. You might want to use some soap.
So the things that you just mentioned, bird droppings or smog or things like that, does that affect the production or the performance of a solar panel?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Anything that's blocking that glass, that's keeping the cells from kind of penetrating the sun's energy, you want to have them as clean as possible.
And so, how often, just on average, and I guess there is no average, but if there was, how often would you clean solar panels?
That's a question I get asked a lot. The average is every 3 months for commercial. And when I say commercial, that's like hundreds, if not thousands of panels. It would make sense to get them cleaned every 3 months. For residential, the average is every 6 months. But again,
Okay.
if the customer has, let's say, six panels on their roof, it might not make sense to them to pay hundreds of dollars to have them cleaned twice a year. You have to think about why you're cleaning the panels, right? You're doing them so they produce more. So either you save money or just generate more electricity in general to sell back, whatever the customer's plan is that they have set up. It's got to outweigh each other.
So I love this because there are a lot of things that I did not think about. I go walking and I walk past my neighbors' houses who have these solar panels, and I think, oh, aren't they doing something earth friendly? How cool is that? But I didn't think that they might actually be spending a lot of money in the cleaning process. And I didn't think about cleaning them at all. Like it didn't even cross my mind. I guess that could be dangerous. You have to like rope yourself onto the roof.
I'm big on safety, so I've pretty much anything when it comes to safety. But to be honest, not every roof I harness in on. It's all comes down to if I feel comfortable, then I'm not going to harness in. And the reason why is that's just another rope, another hose, something else to trip on and kind of get in your way. So if it's necessary, I'll do it. Otherwise, I don't.
And what makes it necessary? The pitch of the roof?
The pitch of the roof, if it's pretty steep, or a lot of homes, at least down here, like typically on the north side of the roof, they'll have a lot of algae buildup, or they call it lichen, and that can get really slippery. So that's another reason why I would harness up.
So, in closing, and I've loved, loved, loved this conversation, where can our listeners go to find you?
You can check us out on our website. It's pristinecleansolutions.com. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's roughly about it right now.
Thank you for joining us today, Trevor Steiner.